It's them!
So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only a day. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold. A mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Thank you, Rogue.
I'm distraught, I'm broken, and I'm woken up.
Welcome back, Cindy Lou.
Feeding your lies, I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause I'd start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind. And there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Justin and Remy Pearl to the office, please. Justin and Remy Pearl to the office. We need a late slip for Justin and Remy Pearl. Hello, 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 everyone. How are we doing today? Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me, my beautiful pearls out there. Today is January 2nd, 2025. I got to get used to saying that. It is 8:22 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate you. I do apologize for being a few minutes late, about 8 minutes late. I was working on today's live, and we've got a lot to talk about, a lot to talk about. Um, I was I've been just skimming with a fine-tooth comb, and I found some stuff. Do you guys remember where we were looking and looking and looking for Edgar talking about him and his uncle, I guess it's his uncle, Danny, taking the trailer? Do y'all remember that? I found it. I finally, finally found it. I wanted you to talk, wanted to share. Is that really Nana? Um, yes, I remember that. Justin, you're awesome. Gotcha, gotcha. Um, so 17 hours. Yes. Yes. Um, so we're gonna the fifth wheel. Yes, we're gonna do that, okay? Okay, Nana. Uh I eat homemade chicken. You ate homemade you can you freeze chicken and dumplings, Renee? Check text quickly. Okay. 1 second. I was watching Amanda. Okay, got you. I got you, Ginger. No worries. No worries about that. Okay. On my way to pick up Mexican takeout. Okay, so we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. Gotcha. Okay. So that's right. That's right. Justin Green Hoodie wasn't interviewed until December. I don't think there's anything with the green hoodie, to be quite honest with you. I really don't. I personally don't. Just my opinion. Um, I'm eating sticky toffee pudding from Costco. Yummers. Once Oh, I'm sorry, Tina. I asked you to look into this. I found it. I found it. I was digging deep, digging deep. Rogue, thank you so much for 2 months. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you are well. Thank you so much. Cindy Lou, thank you so much for renewing your membership. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Mini Panthers. Really do appreciate you as well. Yeah, so sorry for your loss, Tina. I tell you, I mean, we're only 2 days into 2025, and it's been tough for the country. It really, really has. Um, hate that. I hate it. What happened down in New Orleans? Oh my God. If you have seen anything on X this morning, I was looking, and it made me sick. Those poor, poor souls. And, they're all, pretty young, right? 20s and 30s because, most people, 50s, 60s, 70s, they're not they're not going out, and we're lucky if we stay up past midnight. Thank you, knowing Samantha. Good to see you. It really was irony. Thank you so much for 4 months, my gorgeous friend. Hope you are well. Oh no, Daisy Love. Yeah. Then I heard 1 second. Then I heard that there was a pew-pewing in New York. It's crazy. It's crazy. Also, we're going to talk about Sebastian's little flashlight. I noticed something, and it's one of the first things we're going to speak about. Everything that we're going to be listening to today is pretty much Edgar and KK's words, their words that they have used, spoken with, explained. What was that? The new year has been spent in my PGs. That's right. Mine too. Mine too. What's that, Robini? It didn't. Well, you be the judge of that. You be the judge of that. I'll give you my opinion on it, but you be the judge of that. The flashlight that they did not work, but they used as a fidget. Well, let's go. Let's give it a roll. Okay. All right. So, let's get started. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it if you would. If we get to 1,000 thumbs up, you know what happens. You know what happens. Right?
What should we fucking do? I don't fucking know. Y'all
We have a chicken party.
What did the irritated chicken say?
We have a chicken party, mother chickens. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Anyone but me find it uncanny how much Edgar looks like Big D. He is a big D. He is the biggest D that ever big the D. He is. He really is. Ugh. Edgar. All right. So without further ado, let's get it started. I'm going to turn a little light music on. Set the mood. Okay. He's a little D. He's a little, I mean, well, he says he's got size what? 15. I mean, shoes. Listen, I'm like 5'9". I'm not real tall. And I wear an 11.5 shoe, sometimes 12, and I look like a clown the way it is. Edgar's probably around the same height as me, and he's saying he wears like a 14 or a 15 shoe. Queen, you wish. You wish. So anyway. All right, let's get it started.
You said there was, they had asked you if there was any flashlights that were missing.
Did you just hear that right off the bat? You said they had asked you if there was any flashlights, meaning law enforcement. Hmm. So law enforcement asked Edgar and KK if they were missing any flashlights? That's interesting. Would it be because they saw flashlights out in their backyard? Hmm. Asking. What do y'all think? Listen to that again.
You said there was, they had asked you if there was any flashlights that were missing, and that prompted you to go look. Tell me about that.
They had asked Edgar and KK if they, you know, they were missing any flashlights. And then that prompted them to look. Okay. That's interesting. I think that's interesting. Um, and that's when they said they couldn't find Sebastian's little flashlight.
There was some
So,
questions about the flashlight, so I just wanted you guys to reiterate that.
right. So Sebastian had a little, it's about a little 3 inch. If you think about the little keychain flashlights, that you used to find at vendor tables they give out for free, cheapies. It was something that he picked up at one of the local festivals.
That's right, Mohawk. Odd. That interview happened after Melissa posted on Facebook. Yes, that's correct.
And so right now we still this day cannot find it. So we are assuming that he took it with him because it cannot be found.
Says, what about the initial press release where it was said that Sebastian liked to stay up late?
Okay. Do y'all remember whenever the chief and them said, or not chief, the Eric Craddock and Ken from the emergency management said, you know, mom and had told us, okay, Tar, had told us that, he's a night owl. We're hoping that possibly Kelsey, that we're hoping that he kind of sleeps during the day. That way he's not running off. Does anyone remember that? When that happened, that's what they said. It's right in it's Eric Craddock and Ken standing right beside each other, right?
I don't remember hearing that, but
I don't either, but I just wanted
They said it, but he doesn't remember.
to put that out there because I thought maybe I missed something.
well, I mean, if he, like I said, we said earlier, he's a typical teenager, so he will get up in the middle of the night. It's hard to say. I personally don't remember that being said in the interview, and I'm sorry, and I'm not doubting it, but.
Hey, Tar, can you send that again? My phone was dead, and sometimes the messages don't come through. They'll like all come through at once.
I mean, he's a typical teenager. He'd get up, go get snacks, and go back to his room. So,
Not even home.
Go get snacks and go back to his room. Guess you hear that. You don't hear anything else, though, right?
Right, ma'am.
And Mom, you.
Now, this is a very important one. This is a very, very important one. You told her Sebastian goes to bed at 9 p.m., falls asleep and she falls asleep on the sofa at 10 p.m. and she stays asleep on the sofa till midnight. Then you're going to hear Edgar interject, and he's going to switch literally everything around. There's no call or anything in KK's what she had said earlier. Get up in the middle of the night, get snacks. How would he know? He's not been there for a month. Right. We're going to get to that.
Fell asleep on the couch about 10 o'clock, but you said that Sebastian went to bed at 9 p.m. about
Correct.
Listen to
And he'd
this.
get up, go get snacks, and go back to his room. So,
not even home.
correct, ma'am.
And Mom, you fell asleep on the couch about 10 o'clock.
Mom, you fell asleep on the couch about 10 o'clock. Justin, love you. Keep on being you. I really think you're going to find the smoking gun in this case. You've already found motive. Thank you so much, Canadian Mama Bear, for 9 continuous months. I really do appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Okay. Mom fell asleep on the couch at 10 o'clock. Okay.
But you said that Sebastian went to bed at 9 p.m.
Sebastian, bed, 9 p.m.
And then you got up off the couch and you went to bed, and you said that was around midnight.
Midnight.
Okay. She goes to Oh yeah. Hey Jude, I knew that. Yeah. In the back, they were using the 3D scanner. Yep, they sure was. It's called I forget what the hell it's called. Thank you so much, Tar. Thank you so much, my love. Really do appreciate you. So she says 10 o'clock, she's on the couch. She falls asleep, stays asleep till midnight. And then Sebastian's in bed at 9. Now, you're going to hear Edgar come in and completely say something totally different. Listen to this.
Go get snacks and go back to his room. So,
not even home.
correct, ma'am.
And Mom, you fell asleep on the couch about 10 o'clock, but you said that Sebastian went to bed at 9 p.m. And then you got up off the couch and you went to bed, and you said that was around midnight.
Midnight.
Okay. Where's the call to Edgar? Where's the call to Edgar? Right? Where's the thud? Where's being told to put the dogs up from KK's account? Right? Going to sleep at 10 o'clock. Okay. Someone's got to fix that story.
And nothing was unusual at that point. Everything seemed okay.
There's actually a piece
Here we
of
go. He's got to fix it.
So to make something very crystal clear, so that way
Okay.
there's transparency across the board.
Transparency across the board. This is a child that walked out on his own, you said. And Robin, in this show, I'm going to show you perfectly how he adapts his story. Because when I called something major out, a couple days later, he gets on and he completely says the opposite. And he adapted. So Edgar has to jump in. And he says, just to make something crystal clear, so there's transparency across the board. Parents are supposed to be nothing but transparent if there's nothing wrong, if nothing happened. It should be streamlined. Nothing to see here.
Okay.
There's actually a piece of, so to make something very crystal clear, so that way
Okay.
there's transparency across the board. Me and the mom were on the phone at 9:43 or 9:46 in the evening.
That's the 9:43 or 9. I've been all over it today. All over it today, girl. 9:43 or 9:46. But KK said right there, she's 10 o'clock. She was asleep till midnight on the couch. Sleep till midnight. Then she got up and went to bed. So if you're on the phone with her till 9:43 or 9:46, which she did not mention at all, how did that happen? Why did you have to jump in there, Edgar? Make sure, that there's transparency across the board. Hey, sweet Sajiba. I don't know if it was a FaceTime or not, to be quite honest with you. Okay. So he says, me and the mom was on the phone at 9:43 or 9:46. That's pretty specific, right? Usually we, if we don't know something exact, niece Marie just said it. I was going to say, we usually say 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock. We round it to generally the 15, within 15 minutes, right? But 9:43 or 9:46. That's interesting. Sounds like you got to remember that, right? AFC, Happy New Year, brother. Good to see you. Hope you are well. Guys, please drop AFC's podcast channel in chat. One of the best around here. Truly. Good to see you, my man. 9:43 or 9:46. Okay.
We stayed on the phone for quite some time. The call logs have been verified.
We stayed. I mean, there was none of this. None of this. Thank you, brother. None of this in what she had told Dutch. Nothing. She just fell asleep on the couch at 10, got up at midnight, went to bed. That's it. But he wants you to know 9:43 to 9:46. Me and the mom was on the phone. The phone call was very lengthy. What really sticks out to me is he wants you to know that the call logs have been verified. That they have been verified because they have nothing to hide here. Right? Nothing to hide. Okay.
By all the police departments, TBI included. We stayed on the phone. It was very lengthy. Mom did slightly start falling asleep while she was on the couch. I had said, hey, you need to wake up, put the dogs up, go to.
So 9:43, 9:46. This phone call was very lengthy, but mom kind of started to go to sleep around midnight. Right? That's what he says. Mom started to go to sleep, dozing off, I guess you could say, around 10 o'clock. Perhaps can be. Perhaps. Yeah. And, there's, later on, she says she was reading a chapter for a book. So it goes from just falling asleep, or Sebastian going to bed at 9, her laying on the couch, falling asleep at 10 o'clock, waking up at midnight, and then going to her bed. And then it goes from Edgar calling her at 9:43 or 9:46, and they just she lays on the couch and speaks, to Edgar for about 2 hours. It speaks to him until about midnight. And then it goes to that, to I was sleeping, I was heard a thud, I was reading a chapter for my college. That is vastly different. 1,000 times different. Way different. Going to sleep from, laying on the couch at 10, going to sleep till 12, going to your bed. Okay. Where's the call with Edgar? Where's the noise? Where's the chapter in the book? Where's putting up the dogs? But he had to jump in there and say, listen, I need to tell you, Mom was laying on the couch. She talked to me for, 9:43, 9:46 till just before midnight. The call logs have been verified. Chapter was added for, yes, that's the first time that was added. Yep. Yep. Exactly, Gina.
Bed. Now, mind you, that was, but for the record, I am a very strict parent. He does not have social media, online game.
Okay. For the record, I spelled online wrong. Oh my God, I put up one line. I was typing so damn fast. Oh, I messed it up now. Great. Hold on one second. Let me fix this. It's going to annoy me. All right. He says we don't. Where's that? 2:30.
Does, but
okay. Here we go.
For the record, I am a very strict parent. He does not have social media, online game. I'm pretty strict.
All right. He does an online game, right? Remember that. Hey, Sweet Jones, good to see you, love. He does an online game. Now, my question is, if he does an online game, he doesn't get online, why did you allegedly tell Seth that his Nintendo or PlayStation or whatever, the Xbox, why did you say it got hacked? Why did you tell him it got hacked after Sebastian went missing? And did they ever check his? Did they ever check his that Nintendo type console? At Edgar's house? How was Sebastian taking online classes then? Mm. I don't think he was taking them yet. He wasn't taking online classes yet.
When it comes to that kind of situation.
Looks like Missing in USA says, why are they wanting camera footage from Sunday afternoon? Because
That we cannot release right now.
Okay,
That is not
I
something that
understand.
has been authorized us to
Right.
put out to the public.
Okay, this is where he talks about Sunday evening. Did you give? This is Sunday evening. You know, he can't talk about Sunday evening, even though we know exactly where KK was. We know exactly where Sebastian was. We know exactly where Seth was. The only person we don't know is Edgar. And Edgar says he has nothing to do with this. But they asked the public, look, and I'm going to show you more here shortly.
And we respect that 100, of course.
All right. This is first, I think it's the first interview online ever that they do, ever.
But what is factual is that the father,
What is factual? The factual.
the mother, and myself have been extremely cooperative. We have been vetted. We have been checked out. We have been questioned and everything of that nature, and literally have been cleared.
That is wrong. That is not factual. That is not factual. You authorities have said you've all been cooperative, yes, but they have not cleared anyone. That is not factual. I do too. I do too, Mohawk.
No wrongdoing. There is no negative input from the parents or any of the family.
The parents or any of the family. Now remember, this is one of their first interviews, if not the first interview. Right. But you're saying he walked out the door. Come on, Edgar. The mother. I do too, Penny. It's so annoying. The mother, the father, the stepfather. Then mom can't find her son. It's detaching. Separating himself. Yes. Whenever people who generally, their child walks out on their own, or God forbid someone kidnaps them, they're not worried about themselves. They're not worried about saying, I'm clear. There's no wrongdoing, to make everything transparent across the board. They know they are innocent. They know this. They don't have to prove to you a damn thing. And they don't try to either. They don't have to. They don't have to constantly keep putting woe is me I'm clear. We're clear. All of that. Thank you. Hold on, something's wrong. Thank you, my dear. Remy Snacks. Why is that not showing up on my thing? That's weird. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you, Remy Snacks, because she's a monkey. Snacks. Clear as mud. Debbie, thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace. You received that pearl necklace. Give our Debbie a big thank you. Thank you, my loves. Ah, all the love. Okay. But what's interesting to me, he says, any of the family. Any of the family. If this is the first interview, that makes me even more bizarre. Way more bizarre.
You know, it's hard for a lot of folks. I mean,
My guess is he's trying to say that there's no physical
Listen,
pieces of evidence to say
listen.
that Sebastian didn't freely walk out of the house. Is that what he's trying to linger toward? I don't know. I mean, if you have the camera that would show somebody physically walking out of a house, you would have that proof. Once again, it does come.
Okay. So, because someone is missing, right? Because someone is, I'm echoing. Oh, that is, yeah, it might, okay, I got you. Sorry. It might echo a second. Because someone is not there, that doesn't mean, it just means they're missing. That's all it means, is that they're missing. How someone goes missing is what you have to find out. Someone can walk out on their own. Someone can be kidnapped. Someone can be unalived, right? Hiding. How it happens is what matters, right? So he's just talking out of his arse. Law enforcement, Seth also said, there's no sign that Sebastian left the home on his own. He just simply vanished. He's missing. That's not the same. That is not evidence. That he is missing, that is not evidence.
To say that Sebastian
There should be something if he walked off on his own.
didn't freely walk out of the house. Is that what he's trying to linger toward? I don't know. I mean, if you have the camera that would show somebody physically walking out of a house, you would have that proof.
So if you had someone physically, not an engine either, yeah. If you had someone physically walking out of a house, you would have that proof. That would be evidence. Yes, but we don't have that in this case. Hey Scotty, it's not there. There's nothing.
Once again, it does come right back to.
Okay. This is a big boom. This one is a big boom, in my opinion. A couple days after I called Edgar out on this, on what he said on Smiley's, that if someone came up to the door, they would have been seen on camera. Listen to this. I'm showing you what he said after I did my live and called this out, because I told him, I said, well, you said if someone came up to the door, it would have been seen from across the street. He sure did. We got the interviewer in here herself. But listen to how he changes this story after I called it out.
You know, the camera that could see the front door picks up absolutely nothing.
Here he says, the cameras that see the front door pick up absolutely nothing, right? You can't see nothing here. Nothing to see here.
During that time frame. My thought is of how or what happened. Sure, 15-year-old child walked out of the front door on his own free will, closed the door behind him, and has disappeared.
Right. And there is not a camera that would pick up that activity coming out of the front door. Is that fair?
No.
Okay. There is not a camera. The question was asked. There is not a camera. He said it twice. Yeah, he said in that time frame. He sure did, Babs. He says in that time frame. Notice how he says that lower. I should point that out. Notice how he says it faster and lower.
Is of how or what happened.
When he says in that time frame.
That would show somebody physically walking out of a house. You would have that proof. Once again, it does come right back to,
listen to how he says
camera that could see the front door
changes it, like his voice
picks up absolutely nothing during that time frame. Sure.
You see how the long pause, and he says it lower, and he says it faster. Pause in that time frame. Okay. Now it's going to be asked to him again.
Sure. 15-year-old child walked out of the front door.
This is his theory.
On his own free will, closed the door behind him, and has disappeared.
Right. And there is not a camera that would pick up that activity coming out of the front door.
Well, Mohawk, that's a good question in that time frame. 6 to midnight. Does that mean he went missing before midnight? I'll tell you, Tricia, later.
On his own free will, closed the door behind him, and has disappeared.
Right. And there is not a camera that would pick up that activity coming out of the front door. Is that fair?
No. I mean, there's a camera that points that direction, but absolutely, you do not see any.
Okay. So Edgar, they asked, he would not be, nobody would be seen at that door. He would not be nothing. Right? Okay. This is what he said after I called this out. He would not, no way. But there's a camera pointed in that direction. Okay. But before I called him out on this is his interview with the legendary Smiley. Let's see what Edgar says on Smileys.
Not only that, but if somebody had been by the front door, punched in the code, believe it or not, no, it's not super clear, but you would have seen a shadow or a figure.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Based on.
There we go, folks. There we go, folks. There we go, folks. There we go, folks. He changed that around right after I called him out on it. Changed that story, Baranta. Believe it or not, you would have been seen, someone would have been seen on camera, at least a shadowy figure. Sure. We're going to replay it, yes.
Not only that, but if somebody had been by the front door, punched in the code, believe it or not, no, it's not super clear, but you would have seen a shadow or a figure.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Based on, something would have been visible because one of the lights is still visible from that Ring camera from across the street.
Which is the same Ring camera that he just talked about and said, no, nope, nothing would have been seen. Nothing would have been seen. Nothing would have been seen, would it, Edgar? But we know that that Ring camera sees all of your house. He's adapting. That's exactly what it is, in my opinion. It sees all of your house. It shows someone taking the trash out, mind you, while it's dark. Mind you, while it's dark. Edgar, we know you watch me. We know. So, I mean, I don't blame you. I would want to watch too to see what, people are thinking. I would too. So you just remember that, believe it or not. So he said this first, believe it or not, someone would have seen, on camera. They went to the door. If they went to the door, they would have been seen. If he walked out of the door, he would have been seen. All right, but this is what he says after I call him out.
The camera that could see the front door.
Thank you, Nina.
Picks up absolutely nothing.
Hold on.
The camera that could see the front door picks up absolutely nothing.
The camera that you can see the front door, that can see the front door, picks up absolutely nothing. His front door. Debbie, his front door. Thank you. It's me, Jen. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Very, very much, my dear. Okay. All right. Picks up absolutely nothing. Boy, that adapted. That changed quick.
my thought is of how he or what happened. Sure, 15-year-old child walked out of the front door on his own free will, closed the door behind him, and has disappeared.
Right.
He walks out, he's disappeared, but before he says he would have been seen on camera, right? Would have been seen on camera. Thank you so much, Stacy. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so very much. How does he know what the camera picks up? Nothing. How would he know what it sees and what it doesn't? Well, he had seen the camera. The neighbors had brought it over and said, you know, nothing. Here's the trash truck.
And there is not a camera that will pick up that activity coming out of the front door. Is that fair?
No.
Oh man. Creating plausible deniability. Bingo. And they asked. And there's not a camera that would pick up activity coming out of that door. No, he said.
No. I mean, there's a camera that points that direction, but absolutely, you
No, the
do
house-
not see any.
There's a camera that points in that direction, but absolutely not. Oh my God. Hold on. Something's wrong with my StreamYard. 1 second. I can't see this. Guys, hold on. I'm going to leave the StreamYard and I'll be right back. Okay. There we go. I fixed it. Thank you. Thank you so much, JC. Really do appreciate you, my darling angel. Thank you so much for your super sticker. And thank you for your membership as well, my dear. And thank you so much, Lydia. Come on down to Big D's Discount Linoleum Warehouse. I can see him saying that. Come on down to Big D's Discount Linoleum Lamination Warehouse. Y'all are too freaking. Thank you, John. I missed that. Seriously. You know what? I don't know. Thank you so much, John. Appreciate you, my dear. Or something else. Got tears in my eyes. That's why it's better to tell the truth. Yes. Yeah. Well, the other day when he got triggered, he said, I never said the best part about Sebastian being missing or anything like that. I'm like, we can pull out the receipts, mother chicken. Leslie, thank you so very much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Means so much, my dear. Okay. All right, let me pop this back up. Oh, Lord. It's
Not only that, but
can you imagine if this was Seth? Can you imagine? Oh my God. People's heads would be spinning on the other side. Their heads would be spinning. Hey, Tony. Oh my God. You know. You didn't tell me. Seth didn't go to work. He went out of state for Christmas because he has absolutely no one in Tennessee. What the? You're guilty as shit, man. It's like, okay, gotcha. I don't give a damn where any of them work, or if they're working, or how they're working. But hopefully, by the way, Seth will be hopefully working this week sometimes. But it's, they don't have anything to talk about that night. Nothing. It's like zero. You're watching from 30,000 feet? I am so jealous. Oh, it is a nice view up here, though. It really is. Hey, Utah. How you doing? Sorry. I didn't know I was at 30,000 feet. Safe travels. Justin, can you talk about the garbage cans weighing extra heavy? Okay. So, there's nothing that I know of about the garbage cans weighing extra heavy. In fact, they contacted the trash company. I showed those receipts the other day, and the trash company had not contacted him, or didn't contact law enforcement. Law enforcement contacted the trash company and wanted to know, did they notice anything out of place? And they said, no, they didn't. Justin can spot a liar from 30,000 feet. I love that, Still Waters. That's really good. That's really good. I like that. I gotta remember that one. Oh, thank you, Alice, for Remy a hair bows. Thank you so much, my dear. So sweet. Thank you. Really do appreciate you, my love. And thank you for your membership here as well. Means a lot. Truly. Okay.
If somebody had been by the front door, punched in the code, believe it or not, no, it's not super clear, but you would have seen a shadow or a figure.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
And remember, let's think about this. Let's think about this 1 second. We've seen where the trash truck is, right? What do you mean, Lisa B. Always? Is there an Amber Alert? So let's think about this. We've seen now where the trash can was. There is 2 lights on the garage that is on at 5:30-ish that morning. On the other side of the house, the neighbors have lights. There is lighting on both sides of the house. He would 1,000% have been seen if he came from the garage door or the man door, right? Skylar, I might here in just a little bit. Sure. If we get time today, I will. Was not seen from the man door or the garage door. We would have seen it from the front door as well. Lighting on both sides. Lighting on both sides. Camera would have picked it up. A shadowy figure at the very minimum, right? So if he didn't go out the front door, he didn't go out the man door, he didn't go out the garage door, there's only one door left. I know I don't like the word man door either, to be honest with you. There's only the back door. But the problem is, he couldn't have gone out the back door either because of 2 reasons. One, he did not like the sound of that door. most importantly, that door had to have a key to lock it. He didn't have a key because Katie says no, he had to have a key. Yeah, we're going to get to that, Tabitha. So, in my opinion, he was taken out of that back door. He was taken out of that back door. Almost certain, in my opinion. I don't think so, Betty. In my opinion, there's usually not. Those are just those are only generally used if like the ductwork goes out or the plumbing, or you can store stuff underneath of it as well. But there's usually not. But I mean, if there is, it's possible, right? If it is, it's a possibility. But I think that back door was used. And I think it was locked after they got back in from the home at around 3:15 that morning, in my opinion.
Based on, something would have been visible because one of the lights is still visible from that Ring camera from across the street.
Yeah.
That has been, like I said, every video, and I've said this through Facebook, everything in the neighborhood.
Oh, Edgar, that did not age well. Oh man, that one is I think the deception detective would rate that a big fat F minus. A double F minus, in my opinion, that the deception detective would rate that. I am going to grade you an F minus, double F minus. Just my opinion.
He's never gone to that construction site. We have drove around the construction site in a car, but no, he's never.
Okay, I found this interesting because, in my opinion, we know that this vehicle that came into the neighborhood at 3:00 went to the very end of the neighborhood on Kellen to the second power. Exactly, yes. That vehicle went to the very end of Kellen. How long it was down there, I don't know. But there was 2 dogs that allegedly hit in that pond. In my opinion, I don't know if Sebastian was taken out of there before midnight or if he was taken out, in my opinion, at the 3:00 video. But they had asked him. He, meaning Sebastian, has never been over to the construction site, but we have drove over in a car, CAR. Now, I'll give it to you. Car can be used as a generic term. It quite often is. But Edgar, from what I have seen, always mentions truck. We've driven over there in my truck. My question is, did someone drive over there? Park over there and walk over there? 3 o'clock? Did they wash their hands or whatever? And did they go back down on Kellen? Then pull right there on Stafford? Got out of the vehicle with the flashlight? Went to the house? 2 people came back? They did something around the back area of a car, is what the neighbors. Yes, K-Mac. I still took a frame in it. Oh, it's definitely a person. Yeah, you can see the outline. You can see the outline. I'm going to show that. I'll show that. I'll show that. That's very good. I've got a couple other outlines of that. Did he, and they do something around the car. The neighbors say that they believe it is a car, CAR. And then the one person runs back to the house. And the other one pulls out. Is that a familiar scent? Also, dogs, some good dogs, can pick up individuals in a car, a familiar scent. Is that what happened? I don't know. But many times, dogs can follow people in a car. Sometimes I think the 3 a.m. is, in my opinion, cleanup. Sometimes I wonder if it was removing. I hope, Joe. I really hope so. They had all night to figure it out. Lakeside, I agree with your opinion. Debbie, and that's a fair point. Many times, people use the term car as a generic way, but they generally say the same thing. Generally, if they usually say, "Oh, it's my car," even though it's a truck, or vice versa. Thank you, Annabelle. Perhaps. Okay, Sky Maiden, thank you. Oh, yes, of course. Does any of the mods have my PO box? that they can drop? Yeah, guys, if I don't see your comment, it's nothing personal, I promise. Chat's just moving incredibly fast, so I apologize. Come on, pick up. Okay. So, just a little interesting. I've never heard Edgar use the term. Thank you, Lisa, for dropping that. I've never heard Edgar use the term car. He usually says the term truck. His truck. You know, because he's a man. He's a man's man. You know what I mean? He's a man's man. So, just want to play that again.
Said this dude.
We have drove around the construction site in the car, but no, he's never been on foot. He's never wandered over there. I mean, I understand where they're going with that, but no, unfortunately, there's not any chance that he would have that kind of interest. But then again, at the same time, dog scents were found in the construction zone, and then they disappear. You know, I mean, it's hit or miss. You know.
Okay.
So, I thought that was interesting. He's never been over to the construction site. He's not that, type of kid, right? But he says, we went over there in a car. Could absolutely be nothing. I'm not saying that it is. I want to make that very clear. But he does admit that there was a car over there at some point.
He's never gone to that construction site.
Probably also depends on the phase of the moon at that time, because the moon, if it was full, it's going to give more light than if it's a night without the moon.
So, according to timeanddate.com, Hendersonville, Tennessee experienced on the night of the February 25th to February 26th, 2024, it was what we call, also Edgar's other nickname. He is a waning gibbous. Is it gibbous? Gibbous. How do you pronounce it? Gibbous? Hold on. How do you pronounce that? I need to know how to pronounce that correctly. Gibbous. Just gibbous. We got 1,000 thumbs up. Y'all are freaking rock stars. You know that? My pearls are freaking rock stars. We will do a chicken party like we've never done a chicken party before. Okay? Just give me a second. So February 25th to February 26th, it was a waning gibbous. That's also Edgar's nickname. He's a waning gibbous, in my opinion. With 98.89% illumination, the moon will be 15.76 days old, which is the number of days since the last new moon. And a waning gibbous is, let me show you. how much of the moon is illuminated that night? Under the moonlight, just the way it used to be, I go out walking under the moonlight, searching for. I forget the last word. I saw something. I saw a weeping willow. That's what it is. Weeping willow crying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. I don't keep my day job. Yes. So that, yeah, let's give it up for Patsy Cline. I love Patsy Cline. That is how much waning gibbous Edgar was that night. 98.89%. He was a waning gibbous that much night. He was almost showing his full moon. It's bad. It's bad. Just saying. Thank you so much, darling Joe. Really do appreciate you, my darling. Thank you so much. Love you dearly, Justin, Remy, and the Pearls. Hugs. No place I'd rather be. Thank you so much, Joe. I love you to pieces. You know that, and I know that. Appreciate you, my dear. And Lisa, thank you so much, Justin. Love your channel. Thank you for your hard work and finding Sebastian. Thank you so much, Lisa. Remy Expressive. Thank you so much for your membership, Lisa. I really do appreciate you being here, and thank you for so much, my dear. Thank you, Jessica. Justin, you are so good at this. Right? Thank you, babe. Love you, Jessica. You're the sweetest. I really do appreciate you. Thank you for your membership and your support, my dear. It does mean a lot to me. So it was clear that night. No clouds. No clouds. And a 98.89% waning gibbous. So there we have it. Shall we continue? Listen to how Edgar plays with words about the video. He wants to play with words. Edgar loves to play, in my opinion, word games, mind games, with just about humanity. Poor Sebastian.
Yes, it was my neighbor's camera across the street.
Okay.
His neighbor's camera across the street, the one that he said would pick up someone going to the front door. But then when he gets called out, he says, nope, sure wouldn't. Nope.
But I'll go ahead and give you that. That's nothing new. I mean, that is the camera.
But you're thinking about a truck.
Camera's the one that picked up the footage stuff that people have talked about being leaked.
Listen to what he says here.
The footage stuff that people have talked about being leaked. That is the camera.
But you're thinking about a truck.
Camera's the one that picked up the footage stuff that people have talked about being leaked.
So right here, hold on. Right here, coming up, he's talking about the doorbell across the street, talking about the trash can that it's been seen, right? That one, right?
Yes, it was my neighbor's camera across the street.
Okay.
That I'll go ahead and give you that. That's nothing new. I mean, that is the camera.
Okay. That's the camera across the street. Now he's going to talk about the leaked footage that Nick Barris put out that, you know, I've already been through this, how he obtained that. So there's that. Now watch him play with his words here. He'll give us that. Yeah. Thank you so much.
But you're thinking about a truck.
Camera's the one that picked up the footage stuff that people have talked about being leaked.
That camera's the camera that picked up that's talk about being leaked. He is trying to make, in my opinion, he's trying to confuse people with the camera across the street. It does see the trash can. It does see the trash truck. We just recently saw that. We recently saw that. 2 different homes, 2 different cameras, and 2 different times as well. Big difference in times, actually. So, but he's talking about, yes, that camera, trying to make it seem like across the street is the leaked camera. But then he says, minus the trash truck. Well, we know the flashlight video with the car sitting in the road with at least 2 individuals with a flashlight, that is on the corner. That is on the corner of Stafford and Kellen. Total misdirection attempt. Total. Right. Yeah, Lisa, I'm going to show him. Yeah. So he says it's the same, but just minus the trash truck. The way he uses his words to manipulate, it's quite clever, actually. Quite clever, because he goes he doesn't, I'll give him this, he tries not to lie, in my opinion, and he goes about telling it in a way that I don't know. He's just a mindfuck.
Minus the trash truck that came from a totally different house.
Okay.
Minus the trash truck that came from a totally different house. Minus the trash truck. He's such a jerk.
I mean, it's,
listen to
like
this.
I said, it's going to be very hard for folks to understand and try to put stuff together and wrap their head around the idea of.
Listen to this. This one's a little bit lower, so you got to listen a little harder. Thank you so much, Pat. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, my dear. Much love to you, my dear. Thanks for keeping Sebastian's name out there. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. Really do appreciate you very much.
Just don't.
Now listen to what he says
It's going to be
here.
very hard for folks to understand and try to put stuff together.
It's going to be very hard for people to understand and try to put together. What does that mean? How do you know it's going to be hard for all of us? I mean, the only way you're going to know it's going to be hard for everyone is if you know, in my opinion. It's my opinion. I mean, if you know what happened, it's going to be, hard for everyone to put it together. Interesting. I mean, in my opinion, yeah, it is difficult because the things that they claim are not logical. They are just not logical at all. Okay.
And
oh, is Channel 5 doing a thing on that, Holly? Good.
Wrap their head around the idea of we just don't know.
You just wrap your head around it.
Because, I mean, people are saying, they just don't disappear. We understand that. We do. And we're not saying no to that, but we're saying.
I don't know what you mean. Who's E.T.? I'm really bad with abbreviations. Like you literally gotta spell it out. I'm thinking E.T., the movie E.T. That's like the first thing that comes to my mind. So I don't know exactly what you mean, Babs. Sorry, my dear. Oh. Justin, do you think Elevated Truth kind of shut Edgar down from speaking out again? I don't think Edgar and I don't think there's going to be much more speaking from Edgar or KK unless someone like Elevated Truth who has spoken to Edgar and has supported him at times, right? And but also at times, recently especially called out the screwy things. But no, in my opinion, they have lawyered up. Could be, in my opinion, they've absolutely lawyered up, and they don't speak. I think it was triggered the other day, and there's a point where you can get so triggered or mad where you just don't care about the consequences for a moment. I don't care about my lawyer or whatever, right? So especially if you have little self-control. So I think it's just I don't think he's going to speak. I don't think KK's going to speak. I don't think there's going to be any more interviews from them. I mean, why? After, next month is a year. Next month is a year. Yep. And, I think Elevated Truth hit a nerve. Hit a big one. Of course, Joe.
Nobody has an idea.
Yeah.
Law enforcement, nothing.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people have got
Hold on.
ideas, but
What do you
nobody.
say?
Nobody has an idea.
Yeah.
How does he know nobody has an idea? How does he know FBI doesn't have an idea? TBI doesn't have an idea. I mean, I think if we can put all of this together right here, FBI, TBI, local law enforcement can do a hell of a lot more with the technology and, you know, the freedom of getting information that you and I can't get.
Law enforcement, nothing.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people have got ideas, but nobody's got any evidence. Is that a fair statement?
I mean, that is very fair. Law enforcement has said it
No.
does.
Nope, that's not fair. It's not fair. We have no idea if they have evidence or not. In fact, recently, Eric Craddock said they do have stuff on this case. In my opinion, that was Eric's little way of saying to casting out a line to the person or persons responsible for Sebastian's disappearance. Just letting him know, hey, there's no suspects. No, not publicly. But you know what? I do have stuff. Let that be known. I do have stuff. Can't put it out, though. It'll jeopardize the investigation. Babs, I think whenever Elevated Truth said my man card, I think it's just like, listen, don't make me tell it like it is, right? Like the bro code kind of thing or whatever, right? Like, don't make me go there. I think that's all it meant. Don't make me pull my man card. Listen, we're brothers. We talk about this stuff privately. I'll send in what I need to send in. Don't make me shame you. Don't make me tell the truth in front of everybody, right? Like, don't make me humiliate you. Maybe it's don't make me humiliate you publicly. For what you have said.
Everything is still on the table. There's absolutely no evidence of foul play.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no evidence of foul play. Wow. That is not true. No. In fact, since March 4th, 2024, it is now January 2nd, 2025, they have said law enforcement is looking at the real possibility of foul play. Nick Barris has came out and said, I'm telling you, absolutely, this is foul play. I've showed it to you. I showed it to you the other day.
And that all parents have been cooperating since day one with all law enforcement, regardless of what they've asked for. Doesn't matter.
Regardless of what they've asked us. That's very interesting. He adds that. I don't believe that. Because of the lie detector test and stuff, but
let me tell you something. Your world that you think that you have, let me tell you something how bad it puts inside out. Every intimate detail that you could ever think of will come out. It will.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily mean all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly. You know, people sit down and look at a mirror, look at themselves and actually say, I've never done anything that I regret or I'm not proud of. it would come out. It would. And it sucks, but it will, because that's what people are trying to do. I think people would get a lot more clicks, a lot more likes with compassion than necessarily the drama.
That shouldn't be your.
Why didn't you show Sebastian the compassion then? I don't think throwing out a child's stuff is compassion. Now, taking it so they can't have it for a minute, that's understandable. Hey, Mob, good to see you, brother. Heard you did an amazing live today. Amazing live, I hear. I got 2 texts. They said, Justin, you got to watch the Mop Crew tonight. He did a great live. Good on you, brother. Keep it up. Keep it up. We need people who speak the truth on these streets and seek facts and answers, true answers, in my opinion, and stays out of the circus. But why didn't Edgar show the compassion? Throwing his stuff out? Making get rid of his 2 favorite animals? Giving away a snake? Everything? It's not very compassionate like, in my opinion. Whipping a child?
Your goal, though.
How many shows out there, and I don't know, so forgive me, because I'm very new to all of this. So is Katie, so is Seth. I mean, we're all new to this.
Yeah.
But how many shows, not just logistically, but
Same, brother.
overall, how many are for the good? Not for entertainment purposes, but for the good.
Well, I would like to think even the ones that I don't see it in, I would like to think that they are. I really would. I really want to
She's
see
asleep, Lucy.
the best in them. I really do. I'll give a lot of them shit on occasion. Believe that everything that. But in terms of what you see, the good and
he didn't take a phone. None of his shoes are missing.
Authorities have named no suspects and say that to date, the parents have fully cooperated with the investigation. Detectives now will re-interview and vet everyone that had contact with Sebastian, looking for any inconsistencies.
Wow. They're gonna, they went to recheck, right? Went to recheck. Justin, I hit a comment by accident while trying to type. I'm sorry, Deb Mosier. I deeply apologize. Okay, let me check that. Will it let you unhide them? It happens. Just thank you for telling me. Deb, I don't got a whole lot of people here on my list, so let me just check. Bear with me 1 second, y'all. Trying to scan through this. You're sure you hit him? Like, sure? Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Are you sure you just didn't delete it? Um, yeah, I was gonna say, okay, Deb's okay. Okay. Chill. Someone being a little out of. Okay, she fixed it. Okay. Got it. Perfect. Deb has been unhidden by another month. Okay, gotcha. Okay, we got it. All right. So went to recheck by those that have been close to Sebastian, because it's overwhelmingly. They're not saying that he walked out the door here, right? He's not saying that he walked out the door. They're saying that they're looking for people really close to the family. Got it. That's interesting.
And they are asking the public to provide any Ring camera videos, not just from Sunday night when they believe he disappeared, but of anything suspicious of much earlier in the day.
Much earlier in the day, which is the one of the few things that he will not even utter a word about. Why do authorities want something earlier on in the day? Well, because they're not looking for Sebastian earlier on that day. They know where he is. They're not looking for KK earlier on that day. They know where she is. They're not looking for Seth earlier on that day. They know where he is. The only person we don't know really for the entire month is Edgar. The one that says that he was gone since the beginning of the month. But then you ask him, which days were you home? And he says he can't give exact dates. Law enforcement has told him he couldn't give exact dates when there is. Listen, if you are not involved in a child's or this child's disappearance, there should be no reason you can't give dates. If you are 3.5 hours away, or if you were home 5 days before Sebastian went missing, 2 weeks before Sebastian went missing, there's no reason. None. Zero. None. Nana, to the office, please. Nana, to the office. We need a late slip for Nana. She is late. Love you, Nana.
Wow.
The circumference now is no.
Okay, this is Dave Rader from EquiSearch speaking. EquiSearch has, what do they need for a grand jury indictment? Enough. They need enough evidence to think that they can take that case and have a jury say guilty for any case. That's what they need. This is Dave Rader from EquiSearch, who is speaking on the Sebastian Rogers case. Justin, do they think they have something to hand the grand jury? I don't know. I have no idea. I hope, I pray. You've been in the bushes. Yeah. Sure. Sure, Nana. That's what they all say. That's what they all say. It is January. The bushes don't have any leaves. Okay? You can't hide in there. Sorry. Not today, Nana. Not today. No bueno. And Bo, to the office, please. Bo, to the office. Late slip for Bo as well. This is Dave Rader with EquiSearch. They've been down there, I think, at least a couple times, searching for Sebastian. They did 38 or 39 ponds, something like that, or bodies of water in a weekend. They are the best of the best. Listen to what he says. His opinion on this case is.
For 10 miles from the point last seen.
Right.
But in this case, we don't know if it's foul play. Then you have to go back to who's seen him last, what was the circumstances, and how much time did that individual have?
Who's seen him last? Well, at least KK did. What were the circumstances? They were at home. We don't know where stepdad was. He says he was 3.5 hours away, but there's nothing that he has proven, like the bio father where he was. Stepfather has also avoided Nancy Grace's lie detector. We have challenged him and KK to take a lie detector test with Seth, all three live, right, with a camera. You have nothing to hide. You had nothing when it comes to true crime. And how much time did they have? Well, as much as as much as 10 hours. Upwards to 10 hours. Anywhere from 6 to 10 hours, which is a long time.
So there's a lot of factors, and then you have to, ask yourself, did this kid have leather on his feet?
Did this kid have leather on his feet, on his feet, right? Did he have leather for feet? Meaning, a child that's barefooted, they don't walk for miles and miles and miles. They don't. I've told you guys this before, but I have even been to these message web, boards, these websites where, the earthers, where they walk without shoes in nature, and they actually create to where their feet can actually run, because, if your feet are tender, it's going to junk your feet within a half of a mile. A mile maximum. You're not going to be able to walk. Not a chance. And that is what they said on the message board too. They said, no, you have to gradually increase. Okay, Nana, I got you.
Because
Locks, Nana, I'll tell her.
I just don't see a kid, a child, have leather on his feet. Because I just don't see a kid, a child, going out and walking a country road or going through the woods barefooted.
He's absolutely right. A kid is not going to walk in the woods barefooted, very long. He's not going to go in the woods either because he's scared. He's scared. The adults that's been out there searching in the neighborhood get scared. And in that area that they're building. Pavement's going to screw up your feet as well. Not going to happen.
It was hard. It was hard enough for us to go through with the clothing and boots that we had on. I cannot imagine somebody that didn't have the right clothing and definitely the shoes on his feet.
Dave Rader said it was hard for their experienced search group with the gear and the boots and everything that they have to get through the woods for them. Now, a 15-year-old barefooted child with autism, chromosome deletion, without a coat, who is scared of a sound of a door, but is willing to walk out barefooted without a coat, no phone, no food, nothing. Not even seen on camera, not a scent. If you still think he walked out on his own, it's silly to think that at this point, in my opinion. Single by Junies, thank you. Did you change your name? Did you change your name? Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Welcome back to the family. Really do appreciate you. I personally don't think Sebastian is afraid of a door. Well, that's the back door, Retha, and that is what the parents said, that he was scared of the noise. And 2, he couldn't have gone out that back door because he would have had to have a key. His mother also says that. He couldn't have locked it behind him.
So I take that into a lot of consideration as far as on how far, if he did, how far in could somebody get?
Yeah. Hey, I want to go to some of the super chatters and some of the folks who left messages.
All right.
Somebody's refusing to address something that connected to online.
Okay. All right.
Listen to this. Listen.
Somebody's refusing to address something that shows suspicion. Somebody's refusing to address something that shows suspicion.
All right.
Somebody's refusing to address something that shows suspicion. Somebody's refusing to address something that shows suspicion.
Would you please address where you were via time card, your GPS thing that you have? That would be great. That would be great. You don't even talk about what you did that weekend. You don't talk, you say you can't talk about Sunday afternoon either. Joe, I don't think anybody that is just not so deep in and it's really on YouTube, so deep in hatred for Seth or whatever, in that, in my opinion, truly want to seek answers, doesn't see all the inconsistencies and lies and the words being twisted, the manipulation. I don't see how you couldn't. I wonder why. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, my dear. We do appreciate you. There's in KP and QP's words, quote, he is not an outside kid. His favorite place to be is in the house. So why would he leave? You're about to take the words out of my mouth. Because you are so right, DJ. Not only is that KK's words or Edgar's words, but that is Seth's words and anyone who knows Sebastian, right?
Somebody's refusing to address something that shows suspicion. Okay. And the reason why I say that is not Sebastian. He's not a child that just goes outside at any point in time without telling somebody something.
If somehow that zero knowledge.
Yeah, if it had happened,
he's not the type of person that would just, he's not the type of kid that would just go outside. And KK says in the background, without someone's knowledge.
We don't know about it.
Okay, here is the Hendersonville Police Department. Now, he didn't call the Hendersonville Police Department, just an FYI. But I called I checked Hendersonville Police Department anyway. Oh, 1 second.
You have reached the Hendersonville Police Department. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. To request an officer at your location, press 1. To speak to the on-duty desk officer, press 2. To report a property maintenance codes violation, press 8. To reach a specific division, press 3. If you know the extension or voicemail of the party you are trying to reach, press 4. For a listing of police personnel by name, press 5. For Hendersonville City Government, including taxes and traffic court, press 6. Sumner County Sheriff's Department, including warrants and jail inmate information, press 7. If you are an alarm company, press 9. The Hendersonville Police Department is located at number 3 Executive Park Drive in Hendersonville, Tennessee. For more information, you may visit our website at hendersonville-pd.org. To hear this menu again, press star.
Okay. Now, we are going to look at the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, which is who Edgar says he called.
Thank you for calling the Sumner.
And by the way, I called them very early.
County Sheriff's Office. If this
6:21 in the morning. Look at my time. Left top corner. 6:21. See that? They're showing up, babe.
emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
Oh, let's listen to that again.
County Sheriff's Office. Thank you for calling the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang.
The first 5 seconds of the call. The first 5 seconds of the call. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial what number? Does it say dispatch? No. Does it say non-emergency line? No. States Exhibit A? Yes. Sorry, Edgar. 911. Why do they make 911? Why do they make it such a short number and very easy to remember? Phone a friend. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm phoning a friend. I'm gonna call my friend Ginger. Ginger, why do they make 911 such an easy number to remember? Why is it 3 digits? And why is it 9 and then 1 and then 1? Okay. Thank you. All right, so Regis, the reason they make 911 so easy to remember and only 3 digits is that it is easy to remember. Everyone can remember it. It is 9, the last number of the phone button. Technically, it's 0. And then 2 ones, the first number of your phone button. 911. Is that the answer? Thank you, Regis. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. $32,000 and on my way to $1 million. Thank you so much, Ginger. Thank you so much, Ginger. God. Okay. The first 5 seconds. I ordered a pizza 2222222. Oh, next time, calandres. Aren't you fancy? Aren't you fancy? But 911 only has 3 digits. But that. And with that. Rachel, thank you for clutching your pearls. I was clutching my pearls too, girl. I really was. When I phone a friend, I was clutching them. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you so much, Rachel. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, Single by Jim. Jim, appreciate you, my love. Good to see you. My darling bliss. But CP said if they felt it was an emergency, they would have called 911, but they felt Sebastian was playing a game. But the time she realized what was going on, which couldn't have been very long from going from the house to the garage, couldn't have been very long, because she said she actually said she was on the phone before she got actually in her car. So that's a problem too. Also, guys, another thing that would be a big problem, in my opinion, you remember how KK says, 1 minute max, right? Mind you, all of this took place in 1 minute flat. She says she looked out looked through the house, looked through every room. She looked through all the windows. The windows? Really? Couple things, KK, about that. If you look out at 6 o'clock in the morning on the morning of February 26, 2024, you are going to see nothing but black outside. Why? Because the sun isn't up. You wouldn't be seeing anything outside. It was dark. So there's that. Also, when you're going through the neighborhood, still dark. Bingo. She didn't see it. Yeah. She wanted to go straight to that school for some reason, even though school was not open yet. And his shoes were there and his backpack. Makes not a lot of sense, but let's keep moving. First 5 seconds. If this is, you've reached the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
Up and dial 911. If you need to reach the jail, get jail information, or speak to someone with jail administration, please press 2. If you need to speak with a deputy on duty regarding a non-emergency issue or to file a police report, please press 3.
Let's listen to that little part right there.
Non-emergency issue, or if you need to speak with a deputy on duty regarding a non-emergency issue or to file a police.
If you need to speak with a deputy on duty with a non-emergency issue. Non-emergency issue. But you see, that's a little weird.
Police report, please press 3. For warrants, press 4. For criminal investigations, press 5. For records, press 6. For juvenile detention, press 7. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it now or at any time during this message. For department directory by last name, press 9. To speak with an operator or someone in NCIC, dial 0.
So you can speak to an operator for non-emergencies. I swear I heard in Han's interview she was in the house, but in another interview she said she was in her car during the three-way. Which is it? It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell.
Compassion? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Compassion. Just being a human with humanity.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't. If you're on the side of the road, I mean, no joke. This happened not too long ago. Actually.
All right, guys, are y'all ready for the long overdue where Edgar was talking about being with Mr. Guy helping out a lady. Remember, we couldn't find it? We got it today. We got it today, Mr. Sisters. Sister Misters. That's exactly right. Snap. Crackle pop. Yes.
There was a lady. She was
Listen to
human with humanity.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't. If you're on the side of the road, I mean, no joke. This happened not too long ago. Actually, there was a lady. She wrecked out. Because
This happened not too long ago. There was a lady who wrecked out.
it was raining, and Lord knows the Memphis roads are horrible.
Lord knows the Memphis roads are horrible. The Memphis roads are horrible. Not too long ago.
She smashed up the whole front end of her car. Everybody drove past. Well, Katie and I pulled over, stopped to check on her.
Hold on. Who?
Past. Well, Katie and I pulled over, stopped to check on her.
Who?
Everybody drove past. Well, Katie and I pulled over, stopped to check on her.
One more for good measure.
So past. Well, Katie and I pulled over, stopped to check on her.
Oh. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Me too, Holly. He pulled over and proposed. Danny, Kelsey. Danny. Daniel. Like Daniel Boone. Oh, Danny boy, says Southern South. I know. Such a saint. Saint Edgar Steen. The 5th.
Lord, kumbaya. Someone's
Yes. Saint Edgar Steen. Thank you, Saint Edgar Steen. You was the guardian angel.
You know, and I mean, we turned around. I helped push the car off to the side of the road because where it was at.
Now, let's talk about this a moment. Do you remember? I should have clipped this to this. Do you remember Edgar saying, we went down to pick up my 5th wheel? We did this. We did that. He says it 5 times. I remember that. We went down. Then he says, not we, I. Katie didn't go with me. But he kept saying we. We all the way home. Him and Danny are down in Memphis. This just happened not too long ago. That's his words. That's right. Yeah, we went down there, gone about 17 to... And actually, if you add 17 and 3.5 and 3.5, that's 7, which is 24 hours. I don't think he counts the drive. He was gone a day. Now, I hear Danny is like a brother, but also kind of like a father figure, allegedly. Mm-hmm. We went down. Well, we not. Katie didn't go with me. He said we 5 times. You don't mess that up. Unconsciously, you don't mess that up.
I don't have to know these people.
You could be coming out of surgery and you're not going to mess we and I's up. You don't. It's automatic.
I don't. But I think people do have.
Let's listen to that again.
Well, Katie and I smashed the side of the road.
Compassion? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compassion. Just being a human with humanity.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't. If you're on the side of the road, I mean, no joke. This happened not too long ago. Actually, there was a lady, she wrecked out because it was raining, and Lord knows the Memphis roads are horrible.
Okay, so we know not too long ago. Got it. Memphis. Got it. Danny and I. Got it. Side of the road. Got it. We got Edgar in another interview saying we went down. We went down. Not we, I. He was freaked out, according to Nina. He would not have gone alone. Agree. In my opinion as well.
She smashed up the whole front end of her car. Everybody drove past her. Well, Katie and I pulled over, stopped to check on it. You know, and I mean, we turned around. I helped push the car off to the side of the road because.
You see how he says we turned around? Because you don't mess that up. I check this. We turned around. I checked this. Because he singly checked that. He says it was raining.
Where it was at. I don't have to know these people. I don't. But I think people do have compassion. I think they just have to reach back and find it.
I'll be honest with you. I don't see Edgar stopping and helping anybody on the side of the road. I don't see it. Brenda, he has several. Listen to that very carefully. I hear a K and a T. What do you mean a K and a T? Not unless there was something in it. What do you mean a K and a T? And someone said I do too. CP compassion. LOL. Right. I do not see him pushing a car with a wrecked front end to the side of the road. So what did she hit? That's a good question. What did she hit? You know what we need to do? We need to check accident reports that night on the interstate. How about that? I need to call law enforcement and tell them to check accident reports. He's explaining why his vehicle stopped. Pothole, Gina. Cell phone ping Justin. In my opinion, law enforcement asked why he had stopped in an area and gave the excuse of a woman and wreck. Bam, Tori. Very possible. Very possible. Very possible. Ooh la la, you would think you would say, she had a deer. Deep Woods childhood family friend, allegedly. I want to know what they said they heard a K and a something else in there. I don't understand what he means. Oh, I agree. I don't, but I mean, this is my opinion, in my opinion only, but I don't think Sebastian is around in that 5-mile radius because sounds very, oh, you're absolutely right. Sounds very similar to Stephen Stern's Madeline Soto case. Yes. Yes. Sure does. But I don't think he's in that 5-10 mile radius because the best technology checked it. The best people checked it, EquiSearch and FBI technology, Secret Service technology, and people are still there searching. And if Edgar is in that area searching with them, in my opinion, he's not in that area. Where's the person that said they heard something? That's what I wanted. Yes. Yes, Tori. RLF, they interviewed him. Yes. I don't remember how many miles Madeline was, but I can tell you maximum generally is 25 miles. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Need to wait a second. If your car end is smashed, why aren't you calling the police? Why aren't you Why is your insurance not calling you a wrecker. And that's not a flat tire. Does she not have a phone? Yeah, usually you call someone. I mean, who doesn't have a phone? That's what we do here, Nancy. We try to think logically. Mhm. Debbie says could have been an older car and only had liability insurance. Yes, but you still I mean, I guess. That's for only like GM though. Wait, what? Yeah, Kim, that's what we was saying earlier. But you would think he would have said this lady, smashed her car up with a deer. Don't know, Teresa. He just says not too long ago. Hen house a while back. Mm. Well, I mean, if it's just liability, you leave. I mean, who doesn't call someone though to pick them up, regardless? Still want to know why he hasn't searched Alamo, Tennessee, allegedly. Only thing there is a safari park and fishing. I believe this is in my opinion, a cover story.
Paul, and I mean, she knows the Memphis roads are on the side of the road. Like, yeah, compassion, just being a human with humanity.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't. If you're on the side of the road, I mean, no joke. This happened not too long ago. Actually, there was a lady, she wrecked out because it was raining, and Lord knows the Memphis roads are horrible. She smashed up the whole front end of her car. Everybody drove past. Well, Katie and I pulled over, stopped to check on it. And I mean, we turned around. I helped push the car off to the side of the road because where it was at.
Hold on.
Stopped to check on it. Everybody drove past.
Everybody drove past.
Well, Katie and I pulled over, stopped to check on it. I mean,
does he say stop to check them?
Katie and I pulled over, stopped to check on it.
Or check on her.
I mean, we turned around. I helped push the car off to the side of the road because where it was at.
You helped push it off on the side of the road because of where it was at. But it was smashed. But it's smashed. That's what I'm saying. Check or her. In the background, Babs? Oh, he says Danny for sure. 1,000%, he says. Yeah. The check on
Around, I helped push the car off to the side of the road because where it was at. I don't have to know these people. I don't. But I think people.
Here is coming from a dispatch operator. If the vehicle was left after being wrecked, the police would place a sticker, yes, on the car. They have so many days to move it, or the police will have it towed in many states. Yes. We have to put like a flag, some sort of flag. Like a lot of people keep a shirt like in the, the window. I don't have to know these people, he says. Yeah.
People, push. She smashed up the whole front end of her car. Everybody drove past. Well, Katie and I pulled over the whole front end of her car. Everybody drove past. Well, Katie and I.
Everybody drove past. That's what it was.
Smashed up horrible. She smashed up the whole front end of her car. Everybody drove past.
Everybody drove past. Everybody drove past. So one person. She, her, yeah. Which that would only be one person's account. Convenient as well, in my opinion.
Well, Katie and I pulled over, stopped to check on. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Stop to check up.
Well, Katie and I pulled over, stopped to check on. You know what I mean?
Stop to check.
Well, Katie and I pulled over, stopped to check on. You know what I mean? We turned around. I helped push the car off to the side of the road because where it was at. I don't have to know these people. I don't. But I think people do have compassion. I think they just have to reach back and find it. All these shows that want people to come on and they get pissed off because
Okay. Only he pushed? I don't know. It's pretty weird. People have compassion. I don't see him. I'm sorry. I don't see him getting out. It raining with Dan. It's shake and bake, and I helped. That's right, Sherry. It's shake and bake, and I helped. I love that commercial. I get you. He said Danny and I pulled over. Was Danny in another car? I don't. That's a good question. Google it, y'all. It's really weird how he goes from one story about we to a story I so quickly. Did DG really go with him, or is this just what everyone agreed to see? I think this is a true story personally. Justin, remember when we said Edgar wants to get ahead of things? I think they may have questioned him on something like this, and he wanted to put it out into the ether, or he wanted to say this thinking that they might question him later. Thank you so much, Priscilla. Let us thank St. Edgar for looking out for us poor folks in Tennessee. We don't have cell phones or know how to dial 911. Amen. Lord, kumbaya. Thank you, Saint Edgar. Edgar of the Good Samaritan. Thank you, Saint Edgar. Good Samaritan law. Lord, kumbaya. He's the Saint Pervyfoot, Edgustine. Thank you, Edgar. Thank you, sweet Brenda. Really appreciate it. Maybe if Edgar lectures on compassion, he will learn to have compassion. He was showing himself right there, showing having compassion. I pulled over on the side of the road, patron saint of perviness and highways. Rachel. Patron saint of perviness and highways. I'm screenshotting that because I'm going to make something out of that. You're welcome. So he can stop and help strangers out, but he can't search for Sebastian. How does that make sense? Oh, we don't know what he does behind the cameras, though. Right? All the compassion, and yet still not an interview in 6 months. All the compassion, though, but only once national. Right? News networks. Danny was witness. I mean, this is either, in my opinion, a cover story, or they pulled over to the side of the road and picked up 2 hookers. Just my opinion. This is just my opinion. One or the other. Just my opinion. No, Cheryl, he's not. Yes, Brandy. Yep. Probably Patty. I know. I hear just the compassion when Edgar talks and empathy. It's amazing. Thank you, Webs of the Seat. Danny seems awful loyal. Interesting. Danny and Edgar look a lot alike. They do look a lot alike. Something is going on, in my opinion. I don't know Cassie. He does seem like the type to pick up plot list. God. Yes, he does. No, Danny is a real person. Yes. Yep. They say Danny is a cousin. Two peas in the same pod. That's a good one.
What did the irritated chicken say?
What you fucking da? I don't fucking know. Yaranna yastara. Anarana.
It's I might have been a bitch to you this year. I just wanted to say that I'm still gonna be a bitch to you next year. It's New Year's, not new me. Clean slate, what?
Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now.
Not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. My ass. As for the lights, we will leave for that everyone to decide on their own.
Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher!
Let's go to Memphis, baby.
You're coming with me. What? It's a long trip. I'll need a snack.
And it
to
was
Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot.
I'm too sexy for my hair. Too sexy for my hair. So sexy, I don't care. I'm too sexy for this party. Too sexy for this party. No way I'm disco dancing. I'm a model, you know what I mean. And I do my little turn on the catwalk. On the catwalk, I shake my little tush on the catwalk.
You were asking me off the top of my head. I think it's Sebastian had gotten in trouble. He got caught lying, and I had asked him. I said, "Hey, you got to have a punishment for this." And drive a diesel truck, Chevrolet.
Year.
Off the top of my head, I think it's 2021.
Yeah.
So you're.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's
Look at these two.
2021. I think. I think you were asking.
I just thought of something.
I think you were asking me off the top.
Clearly debunked the hell out of that.
I'm too sexy for my hair. Too sexy for my hair. So sexy, I don't care.
Something that I believe we're pervy to. Something that I believe we're pervy to.
Oh, Saint Pervystein, Saint Pervystein, Saint Pervystein. Oh, Saint Pervystein.
I mean, even a fly, and he's like, oh!
Okay.
I mean, even a fly, and he's like, oh!
Snacks, because, he's 15 and snacks. Snacks, because, he's 15 and snacks. Snacks.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I said don't look at me.
And it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot.
Don't look at me, Nancy. I'm gonna shake my head. My curls will bob. I don't care, darling. Don't care.
I think you were asking me off the top of my head. I think it's
You have been promoted.
Oh.
Suck it now.
You have been promoted.
Oh.
Suck it.
Oh, suck it now.
Oh.
Suck it now.
I like a sucky now. You like a sucky now?
Oh.
Suck
sucking now.
I is suki suki. Suki suki.
Oh. Sucking now. Oh. Sucking now.
You suki suki. If I suki suki. It's good Samaritan on the side of the road. That's all. Suki suki.
Oh. Sucking now. Oh. Sucking now. Oh. Sucking now. Oh. Sucking now. Oh. Sucking now.
It's I might have been a bitch to you this year. I just wanted to say that I'm still gonna be a bitch to you next year. It's New Year's, not new me. Clean slate, what?
Watch my fucking da. I don't fucking know. Yaranna yastara. Anarana.
What did the irritated chicken say?
Thank you all so very much. Really do appreciate you all. What does that? Do my dance in the coop, in the chicken coop. Yes. These funnies. What should I fucking say? Um, thank you all so very much. Mullet of cornrows. Really do appreciate you guys. Just keep getting better and better. Really do appreciate you all. Big thanks to everyone here today. Special thanks to my mods and members, and thank you for all of those that continue to support this channel. Really do appreciate you all so very much. Let's pray to God in heaven that this case is done really, really soon. I've never wanted to be done with it. I mean, Summer Wells and Michael Vaughn, yes, as well. But just the craziness in this case is crazy. Can you imagine? I don't know. I mean, it's amazing to me, after all that, we have talked about in this case and the total inconsistencies and the not showing the time cards and not answering certain critical questions that he could easily answer, in my opinion, if he has nothing to do with it. Days and weeks prior, but yet people will still look at Bobby and look at the neighbors like a late 40 person, no criminal record, lives in a middle upper class home, homeschools her children. It's insanity. It's insanity that people would look over everything about two individuals. I don't care how some parent is nice to me. I don't care about that. A lot of these creators, in my opinion, they get fixed upon when they talk to someone that they're nice to them. So I think that they can't equate them with being, crappy people at times. Thank you so much, Judy. Welcome to the family. Really do appreciate you. That's right. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. You just gotta follow what makes the most sense, in my opinion. and what has the most inconsistencies and what was going on prior, what happened that night, their own words. And I just don't think Edgar would ever go, would be there if it would stick around. Just don't think he would stick around, in my opinion. And he always says, or any of the family. Or any of the family. It's craziness. For silhouette photos. Silhouette photos. What do you mean, Lisa? We need to pray for the people in the neighborhood. CP and KP, in my opinion, have corrupted their community. I speak to 3 different neighbors, and they all say that it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel the same. Correct. Like the old saying goes, go to the mattress. Most of us would for our child or any child, yes. Like the old saying goes to the mattress. I've never heard that saying. Outside the neighborhood, it is like, yeah. All right, guys. Much love, everyone. Thank you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. As the connection to youth and viewers. Thank you to everyone. Go to the mat. Yes. 3 hours, 3 minutes, 23 seconds. God bless you all. Good night, everyone. Get some rest. Good night.